Cuba on the ropes. I mentioned recently that the U.S. government indicted Raúl Castro, age 95, the late brother of Fidel Castro, the murdering commie. This was based on charges related to Cuba's 1996 shoot-down of 2 U.S. civilian planes with 4 dead. I doubt he will live long enough to be called to justice. Other Cuban leaders have been sanctioned, of course. Remember that the Obama administration threw handouts to the regime there. What did it get us or the people of Cuba? Nothing except a few perks for the Cuban commie bigwigs. So on May 1, Trump signed an order indicating that tariffs would be assessed against companies doing business with Cuba. The sanctions are kicking in as some international businesses are now starting to withdraw from Cuba. The island is losing credit card processing as banks are pulling back and international hotel chains are pulling out. Part of that, of course, is that tourism is basically dried up on the island as all of these stories about the problems on the island have gotten out around the world. The large force in the island's economy is called GAESA, Grupo de Administración Empresaria, S.A. It is a sprawling business conglomerate owned and operated by the Cuban Revolutionary Armed Forces. It is estimated to control between 40 and 70% of the Cuban economy. By itself, this is a good reason to seal off Cuba. Why should anyone support the repressive government of Cuba? The feds have sanctioned Cuba's state oil company, which is designed to put more pressure on the joke regime running Cuba. That means no American company can do business with it. Hard to run a country when there is no energy. Remember, Castro never made it on his own. His terrorist government was propped up by the USSR from 1959 until that commie operation failed in 1990. Since then, they have relied on the kindness of whack regimes. They were especially relying on discounted oil from Venezuela. That ended with Maduro's arrest early this year. Cuba has been in full crisis mode since then. Further proof that communism does not work. It is fascinating to me that you can have clowns like the failed mayor of New York City claiming to be a commie, and yet look at the economic failures and the murders. Estimates for deaths attributed to communist regimes and policies range between 80 million and 100 million people globally. These totals encompass deaths from executions, labor camps, and man-made famines. The 2 largest numbers in the total are from the CCP, with 65 million deaths, with a good part of that due to Mao's failed Great Leap Forward and Cultural Revolution. Then there is the Soviet Union with 20 million deaths, mostly under the regimes of Joseph Stalin and Vladimir Lenin. Given the staggering amount of evidence, only liberal idiots vote for commies. Of course, America has its fake commies like Bernie Sanders, who's a capitalist. He pretends to be a commie to get votes from the uninformed while he lives in his 3 mansions. So he's definitely not a very good communist, folks. As the end of the famed book Animal Farm reminds us, all pigs are equal, but some pigs are more equal than others. I want to mention a special promotion that we're running on our YouTube at Dr. Dave Saves America. We have passed 1,000 subscribers, and we're now on the road to 3,000 subscribers. And if you're interested, in the comments, tell us if you want Bad Deal for America or you want Decline of America. We will be having a drawing after we pass the number 3,000, and people who have posted that they want to be in the drawing and indicate which book they're interested in, and we'll be sending them that particular book. Thanks for joining us. We really appreciate your feedback and concerns. And remember, you can always like, comment, and subscribe right below. And if you've got any ideas for a specific episode or topic, be sure to let us know in the comments. And we generally not only read all the comments, we try and take action based on them. And you can also see us at our website, drdavesavesamerica.com.